Yo, Spider-Man. Yo, 2 seconds, man. You want to talk about your movie? Welcome back, everybody, to another My Honest Opinion, and I have been patiently waiting for this. I'm so ready to finally talk about Spider-Man. My Spider-Man. Not the Amazing and not Tom Holland's, but my Spider-Man. Okay? But let's start off with the synopsis for the movie first. For those that probably still haven't seen it, which I highly doubt. Spider-Man centers on student Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, who, after being bitten by a genetically altered spider, gains superhuman strength and spider-like ability to cling to any surface. He vows to use his abilities to fight crime, coming to understand the words of his beloved Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. Just a little backstory here. This movie came out in 2002. When I tell you that this is the first movie, I remember seeing this movie. It came out May 3rd. Okay, I saw it on my birthday, so I saw it the day after. But this came out when I was 7, and I still remember the theater I went to, and I still remember how much this shit got into my head. This shit started it. This shit started it. This shit is one of the things that started me getting into Marvel, okay? Spider-Man is one of the things that got me started, dog. You have no idea how excited I am to talk about this shit. Let me bring it down a little bit. Let me calmly and then talk to you about this movie. I'm not going to completely geek out on you guys just yet. We're going to here talk about a movie that is near and dear to my heart. No matter how stupid or campy or silly it is, but that's besides the point. So let's talk about it. When it comes to any superhero movie, costumes are an either make it or break it thing, okay? Because your superhero can be built up over a well-paced movie, and then once the costume comes out, you look like an idiot. The good and the bad costumes, I feel like, can at least be understandable, okay? The good costume. Spider-Man's original design for this movie, at least as far as I know, it's just pure nostalgia. Come on. I'm trying not to completely become a fan here and just lose my fucking mind, but at the same time, when this suit was added to the Spider-Man game, come on. This shit was fought for, and we got it. Because it's special, because it's that good. I'm sorry for everybody who wanted the Amazing Spider-Man suit. I don't really care, okay? I got that suit and the Future Foundation suit. I'm fine. And the Infinity War. Alright, I'm gonna calm down. That suit is good. I think it's really good. He looks a little bit bloated sometimes. He looks a little bit around. He looks a little funky sometimes, but it works for the movie. It works for the tone and the feeling of the movie. It's silly, so you got kind of this like really tight, kind of a little bit thicker boy type of Spider-Man, so it's pretty good. Now the bat. Green Goblin's suit originally was gonna have somewhat of a semi-active head where like it moves. It's almost like a part person, part animatronic. At the same time, it has like full details. Like it was fucking cool as shit. But at the same time, it did look a little too much. So I could kind of understand the reasoning to go with the knockoff Power Rangers suit. And at the time, yeah, you know, it was kind of cool. You had the little visors that would open up so you could see his actual eyes. And to my head, I kind of thought, oh, okay, it's kind of like armor plating, if anything. You know, it's kind of like some armors, you can kind of understand. But at the same time, it comes off an extra from a Power Rangers. Not Mighty Morphin, but one of the later ones. One that came out in the middle of the 2000s. Something like that. Green Goblin's suit is kind of, it's kind of crappy. Now, the actors. When I tell you that this actor is one of the reasons why you come to watch this movie, because of how either go over the top or how much they're just like into the role. I tell you, Willem Dafoe brings it, bro. Willem Dafoe's portrayal as Norman and the Green Goblin, from the beginning of the movie to like where he slowly descends into madness and becomes the Green Goblin, or to the point where they just become like interchangeable. They're kind of the same person at that point. Does he fucking bring it? Half of this movie you watch it because of Spider-Man. The other half is because of Norman, which is how it should be. Willem Dafoe, when he takes the screen, you watch him. When he's not taking the screen, then you're thinking about it. But then you're also watching Tobey, and you're like, whoa, this movie's going nuts. Not really. But you're just like, you're invested. Okay, I was invested. And it's been a while since I've seen this movie. I was invested. But Willem Dafoe definitely takes the cake. Tobey, I mean, I gotta say, like, you know, people would say, like, oh, Tobey Maguire is pretty good. That really have, like, a Spider-Man Sam Raimi hard-on for him. See, his acting's kind of cheesy. Like, it's cheesy. It's not, like, campy where it's fun. It's kind of just, like, when he cries, I think it's one of the funniest faces I've ever seen. Some of his faces that he's his natural faces that he makes are just hilarious. They take me out of it. They make me want to laugh when they were supposed to make me cry. Like when Uncle Ben got shot, I'm looking at Cliff Robertson and I'm ready to fucking cry. I'm like, you killed my Uncle Ben, you bitch. And then I look at Toby and he's like, and I'm like, all right, no, Willem Dafoe takes. Now, the bad or worst actor. See, this was really hard. I had to really think about this for the majority of the day because I had to do sort of like a tally. Who really fits at the lower end of the spectrum for the movie, right? So you have Willem Dafoe, you have Uncle Ben, you have J. Jonah Jameson, and you have Toby, and you have MJ, then you have Harry. Then I was like, okay, well, who's left in the movie that, like, you know, Mary Jane is the girl that he wants and the girl that is damsel in distress, and you know, the fixation for Peter, and Toby's like, you know, like, she plays her part well. James Franco's Harry Osborn at first was going to be like, well, let me see. He's supposed to be his best friend, and he fucks him over. That's more of a story / character writing than it is acting. So I was like, okay, yeah, all right. James Franco can't really get it, even if he's being a dipshit in the movie. I was like, all right, well then who's a bad actor? That's the thing, because like the only person I haven't really talked about is Aunt May. And not that Rosemary Harris is a bad actress as Aunt May. It's just that she's just like at the end of the line, man. But a lot of them are just kind of like, they're mixed in. They're all on the same level of campy / overly dramatic, or just type of feeling. If I had to, at the end of that spectrum is Aunt May. In the second movie, she takes it. Oh fuck, when she that's another movie for another time. I won't talk about that shit now. See, now the story of Spider-Man, it's pretty cliche at this point. It's no crazy twist or something unexpected like Infinity War. The story's a cliche, but it's a classic. It was one of the first to start this off. I think the only one that came out was X-Men, and then Spider-Man. At the time, this was new. It still took cliches from comic books, I'm sure, but at the same time, this was one of the pioneers for it. Is it cliche? Yes. But is it classic? Yes. Now, a question I had was, does the movie hold up? It doesn't, but then it does at the same time. It doesn't hold up practically. This is back when CGI was first being a thing. It was after the 90s when it first got used, like in Toy Story and stuff. People were using CGI a lot more for all these creative things that we can't naturally do practically without having to spend a lot of money on it. On stunt doubles, rigs, post-production, post-editing. CGI was kind of the way to go. But, you know, the crux for that is that, okay, well, as it gets better, you notice how bad it is. A picture of the first iPhone compared to the new one, you're like, wow, that's fucking old, man. Wow, like you can really, like, it jumps at you, like, holy shit, that's old. It still holds up though, because where the practicality is noticeable, all of the beats for the movie that really make you want to like think, like Uncle Ben's talk with Peter, when Peter first discovers his powers, when he first confronts Uncle Ben's killer, when he first gets a job at the Daily Bugle, when he's finally taken the aspect of the hero, when he finally understands he becomes Spider-Man, he's saving people, when he's becoming Spider-Man, all these beats are like, yeah, it's Spider-Man. It doesn't hold up practically, but the story or the acting or the beats that it hits, yeah, it holds up. It still holds up, bro. It still holds up. So I've got some honorable mentions. We've talked about him. Cliff Robertson, may you rest in peace. You have played the best Uncle Ben to where he's still used and referenced as Uncle Ben. I give it to Martin Sheen. He tried to bring his own twist to it. You know, respect where it's due. The only other person that's played Uncle Ben film-wise was Leslie Nelson in Superhero Movie. You know, he's the only other person that played like an Uncle Ben type character, or he did play Uncle Ben. I'm not sure. But Cliff Robertson, when you watch him in this movie, every single time you're just like, fucking hell, like it's fucking Uncle Ben. He's dying. Peter, this is your fault. Stop arguing with the man. Listen to him. Fuck is wrong with you? It sticks because he brought heart.
With great power comes great responsibility.
He brought the emotional center for Spider-Man. That's why in the sequel he shows up. That's why even in the third movie, even though he gets shot again, I didn't need to see that. He still sticks with it because he's the heart. That's why Spider-Man goes on a crazy murderous bender, because his heart was tugged in a different way. In the second one, it breaks his heart because he's like, I can't be Spider-Man anymore. We haven't talked about the movie yet, but damn it, this is an honorable mention. Another honorable mention. I don't know when they're gonna do it and if they're gonna do it, but when it comes to the MCU / Sony and they reintroduce J. Jonah Jameson, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. The Amazing Spider-Man didn't do it, which I'm kind of glad. It's J. Jonah Jameson. You have J.K. Simmons playing one of the best, if not the best, portrayal of J. Jonah Jameson. Alright, because if you think of JJ, you think of that. If not that, you think of a comics version of J. Jonah Jameson. Hands down. I'd almost give the best actor to J.K. Simmons for that. The only thing is that he didn't get enough screen time compared to Willem Dafoe. Plus, like, the guy didn't even need character development. You already knew who the fuck he was, how he acted, right off the fucking bat when you met him. It's a done deal. He was that good. And he only had, like, how many minutes of screen time? Like, I gotta give him an honorable mention. The last one is a little bit unorthodox, just because It's so quick, but it's so fucking funny to me because of how real it is. Throughout the little sequence where they do like a little montage for Spider-Man and he's saving different people in there's news headlines and there's people from New York reacting to like hearing about this shit. You know, you got a guy who has powers like a spider and he's running around saving people, right? You've got just like, you got a normal lady, construction workers. They're just different parts of New York, right? And you have the one that always sticks out, right? The one that sticks out the most is this guy.
He stinks and I don't like him.
I don't know why, but every single time I see this guy, I'm always laughing because of how real that shit is. Because not everybody in New York is gonna like him. Not everybody is gonna be just like everybody in New York. Some people are just like JJ, where they're like, this guy is a menace. This guy is a problem. This guy, but he's done it so funny. He stinks and I don't like him. Shout out to that guy. He's funny as shit, dog. If I had to think about it, I give this movie a solid 7.
Wow, great reflexes. Well, see ya.
For some people that might seem too low, for others too high, for others just right in the middle. But yo, that's my honest opinion. We'll get to the real shit when we get to Spider-Man 2. We'll get to the real, not that this isn't real. This is like your baby step. This is when it gets real, okay? This is the definitive factor movie until we get to Homecoming and then maybe the Amazing Spider-Man. Yo guys, if you like that, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want me to keep annoying you. And a quick shout out. I reviewed this movie with a friend of mine. I'll leave her tag right over here. She's a really cool graphic artist. I'm actually known her for a while now. Just like me, she's also into Spider-Man a lot. If you guys want to know more about her and the type of comics she writes, and yes, she makes comics, she makes stories, she's really good at it, alright? Follow the link, or I'll leave a link in the description below to a link straight to one of her comics. But yo, see you guys later. Peace out.